and it's an honor to be here on this day for the Sacramento Homeless Organizing Committee. This is Admission Day, and one of the things that we need to draw strength from not only is our belief and our hope and our determination, but also our history. And for Admission Day, I looked up the first struggle over land in Sacramento, which is called the Squatters' Riot. Because when people came to Sacramento, of course, the indigenous people had been forced aside, and 800 people claimed 14 million acres of land. There was no land. And so the shanty towns and the shacks down by the river were subject to court action, were subject to police action, and there was a tremendous struggle which gave rise to some of the progressive trends in California history, the Progressive Party. And so we have always had these contradictions in our state involving the land grabs and the domination and the oppression and even the genocide of our forebears, and we have always organized against them and done it in the name of the future. So I wanted to remind us of that, and that in Sacramento today there are thousands of homeless people. At the same time that this is true, we're looking at a federal move that means that Sacramento housing, Section 8, thousands of people are faced with a threat of being moved out of their homes by sequestration. And I want to underline what Jessica said about food stamps. 4 to 6 million people are threatened. And I ran into a young woman who was active with Occupy yesterday, and she said to me, "Well, I'm not too political." And I said, "Are you on food stamps?" She said, "Yes." And I said, "It's not about politics. It's about our survival. This is a war on the poor." And we're here to say that we are going to organize and we are going to be successful. We are going to be successful because our spirit and our survival as a people is at stake. And many of these issues you can read about in Homeward. We're doing a subscription drive for Homeward. We're going to sell 1,000 subscriptions. We're going to have a local anti-poverty paper and movement paper, not a left-wing paper, but a paper that points out these are the fronts. This is where we should be focusing. This is where we should be struggling. And just another historical note, the 1913 Wheatland riot, when thousands of people came to Wheatland. They were living in the fields because a hop harvest had been advertised statewide. Thousands and thousands of penniless people living outside. And they organized, and some of their leaders who happened to be in the IWW were tried right here in Sacramento at the courthouse. So we have a proud history of struggle, not just resistance, but vision. And I leave you with that. And again, Sacramento Homeless